I work on a cruise ship, and whilst most people pay thousands of dollars to have their vacations on cruise ships, what if I told you that I lived in a space the size of a walk-in closet? For 365 days of the year. Yep, this is my home. All 6 square feet of it. I'm living and working on Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas, a 138,000-ton beast packed with over 3,100 guests, 1,200 crew, 15 decks, an ice rink, and a full-blown shopping mall in the middle. But first, quick spoiler alert, living on a cruise ship sounds glamorous, but the reality can be quite different when you're trying to turn a small cabin into your home. Stick around till the end, because I promise you, you're going to want to see how I try and make it work inside this small space. So, let's get into the video. This is it. Home sweet home. Now, my entire cabin is probably smaller than most people's bathrooms, but hey, it floats and it's got everything that I need. Kind of. Now, on a cruise ship, most crew members share a cabin, which means there's bunk beds for the 2 of us. Because of the size of the room, the beds are quite small, like if I turn too quickly in my sleep, I might roll out into next week. But hey, it's comfy, and yes, I did learn the hard way not to sit up too fast or I'll meet the ceiling. And if you want to make your life easier in the mornings, trust me, claim the bottom bunk. Now, even though the cabin is small, it does come with some tiny features, such as a little desk for editing, running my business, and replying to emails. But so far, I've been using it pretending to be productive. Each cabin on board has a shared TV so you can watch a romantic movie together. There's also a mini fridge that can hold a few things inside, and a tiny wardrobe that holds about 20 t-shirts. And I hope someday that my laundry will be folded. This is the bathroom, or as I like to call it, the all-in-one splash zone. Now, as you can see, it's very, very tiny, but it does get the job done. You shower with your sink that's on top of the toilet and still somehow manage to come out cleaner than you went in. Now that's cruise ship magic. Okay, let's have some real talk. Living in a 6 square foot cabin isn't glamorous, but it's all about how you make it feel like home. The cruise ship is understanding and allows you to customize the cabin providing there are no fire hazards. For example, we bought some LED lights to cozy the cabin up, a humidifier because a clean smelling cabin is always better, a few photos from home, some additional storage units, and yes, my absolute lifeline, a Bluetooth speaker. I couldn't live without my music. I also like to keep this space clean and organised, otherwise it starts feeling like a storage closet during an earthquake. You learn very quickly that clutter is your worst enemy in here. And honestly, when I shut the door, turn on some music and unwind, it really does feel like my little place. It may be small, but at least it's mine. Now let's get into what it's like actually living here from day to day. So hopefully for the most part you will sleep here, you will eat your midnight snacks here, you will get ready for the shows here, you might even cry here. But this little cabin becomes your anchor, especially after long working days when you've earned that well needed rest. Or even when the ocean is literally rocking you to sleep. It's usually quite nice.
The jet skis just went overboard!
And don't get me wrong, there are some challenges. For example, if you have a roommate, it is very tight living together. If the AC was to stop working, it will be game over. You also have to bear in mind that the room that you live in is split in half because you do have a roommate that's taking up that 50%. But at the end of the day, you learn to appreciate it for how it is. You encounter lots of new relationships with fellow crew members, bond over hallway conversations, and share this weird floating lifestyle that's honestly unforgettable. Honestly, the craziest part for me about all this is that I actually love this lifestyle. For sure, I live in a tiny box, but the amazing part is that I get to wake up in a new country basically every single day. I get to skate on an ice rink in the middle of the ocean, I've made lots of friends all over the world, and because of this experience I've learned to live that you don't need a lot of space to live a big life. Plus, when you step out of your cabin, boom, you've got ocean views, live music, sunrises over the water, and an endless buffet that tests your willpower daily. The cabin may be small, but the experience is massive. So if you're thinking about working on a cruise ship, or you're just curious to see what this lifestyle's like, then my biggest advice probably would be don't let the cabin size scare you off. Honestly, you'll barely be in the room. Between shows, ports, gym sessions, and hanging out with friends, you'll be way too busy enjoying yourself and you won't be caring about how to fit all the things inside this tiny cabin. Plus, you also learn to live with less, which is kind of freeing. You end up becoming a minimalist by force. So at this point of the video, you already have a good idea of how small this cabin is, but there's still room for activity. This is why I have this. This is the Strikers Boxing Reflex Ball, and whenever I'm bored and whenever I want to practice my boxing skills, I get this out and I have a bit of fun with it. It comes with 4 balls and 2 headbands, so you can play with a friend. You can try and see who's the best, who can get the highest score. It's a good bit of fun, it's good exercise, and you can have fun with your friends. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So if you want to check out Strikers, you can get the Boxing Reflex Ball. It comes with 4 of them inside, as you can see. Thank you very much. Back to the video. So, there you have it. This is what it's like living in a 6 square foot cabin on a cruise ship. And honestly, I kinda love it. Yes, it's very tight, and yes, it's also a little ridiculous, but it's just a small part of this wild adventure. And at the end of the day, it's not about the size of the cabin, it's about the size of the life you build around it. So if you guys have any further questions about crew life or working on cruise ships, and you want to see more videos of what it's like backstage, then you can leave it in the comments section. That will bring us to the end of the video, so do us a huge favour by pressing the like button and the subscribe button. Help us get our videos to as many people as possible, and we will see you in the next one, hopefully somewhere at sea.